couldn't do much because the back diff was totally sitting on the ground. Front end wasn't too high centered though.
One side of the wheel spinning, right? Oh, that's funny. Now I go to full wheel low, it's going to use the brakes to make...
This is just a random picture because I have to talk and I didn't want to be a blank screen. This has nothing to do with the rest of the video. So everything was working good up until now, or so I thought. It turned out that the four-wheel drive was already overheating when it was stuck. But you can see what happened there. I was spinning three wheels. I put it in four low. Brake LSD kicked on, and it drove itself out of the situation. That's how the Ram works. It gives you good brake LSD in four low. That's what you want. F-150s give it better in four high for some reason, but whatever. So it was working good, and then I kept exercising it, and you'll see what happens. All right, so keep an eye on that passenger front tire. So it's pulling good right now. That's what you'd expect for a truck with an open front differential, right? Just one front wheel spinning. All of a sudden it stops and the rear wheels are still spinning. If you need to rewind the video, do it because you can see the front wheel just stops pulling. So what's happening is the clutch that engages the front drive shaft is opening up and disengaging the front wheels without asking me, or I'm not telling it to do that. It's doing that on its own. The reason it's doing that is because it's starting to slip. It's building up heat, so it does it to protect itself. Now, the fact that that clutch is slipping on a stock truck with stock little tiny 32s, with the lowest gear ratio you could get in the diffs, 392s, is totally ridiculous. I have no idea how. This is pathetic. No situation should that happen on stock tires. I could understand bigger tires or if I was really abusing it. This is a brand new truck. It's a pretty mild off-roading situation, and the front end is already overheating and having issues. So I'm completely mind blown how pathetic that is.
Four-wheel drive overheated, performance temporarily reduced. This one's very interesting. So I was doing some off-roading with the Ram, and it was one of the first times I've put in a situation where I was really letting the front end pull it pretty hard. The back of the truck was stuck, high-centered, and then the front tires were not. They had good traction. And it only took about 30 seconds of trying to work the truck out of that situation for the front wheels to stop spinning. And a light on the dash came on. It said four-wheel drive system overheated, four-wheel drive performance reduced. And by reduced, it meant that I lost four-wheel drive. So I noticed that, and I was able to reproduce it several times very easily. So this truck is officially getting the Mud Puppy seal of disapproval because it's not really four-wheel drive. It's four-wheel drive when it feels like wanting to be four-wheel drive. If it was on 37-inch tires, I could understand it overwhelming the clutch to the front drive shaft and overheating, but it is a 100% stock machine, and that should never happen. I wasn't even pulling a trailer, right? So this is unacceptable. I've never had that happen with my Chevy. Even my Ford didn't do that, to be honest, although I have seen Fords do similar things stuck in sugar sand at Holopal. So Ram, you're officially fired. Can't do any real off-roading in this thing. It's got a great rear locker that is selectable even in two-wheel drive, which is just, you know, the holy grail of rear lockers for me. But if the front wheels don't do anything, it's kind of not really four-wheel drive. It's kind of two-wheel drive. So it's a shame. I love a lot of stuff about this truck. The air ride is extremely convenient for loading a four-wheeler in the bed of the truck and stuff like that. I love the air ride. I'm going to miss that. Interior's great. But the issues with this screen and the audio and the backup camera is still going out. The little wind whistle I have, the missing off-road pages, and now the fact that the four-wheel drive decided to stop working. This truck is officially done. Sorry, everybody with the Ram, you're going to get mad, but it is what it is. This is the data. I have collected the data. It is unacceptable. And yes, it's the sample size of one. Maybe your truck doesn't do that four-wheel drive thing. However, I'd be willing to bet if you drove your vehicles hard, off-roading like, you know, an off-road spec truck is designed for, you'd probably see that light come on eventually. Also, this truck's brand new with 4,231 miles, and I'm already having four-wheel drive issues. So time to get back in a Chevy. It's already on order. Just a matter of time before it gets here. So Can't wait to be in my, I don't know, 5th truck in 2 years.